Hello Blood Bowl fans and welcome to the matchup in week 4, I think, of the Gman Cup, Division 3. My Real Welsh Dragons are taking on the lizard team Atletico Reptiles, and it's going to be a tough old match. Let's have a look at my team first of all, and my team consists of 7 players, 7 brave souls who all represent the Welsh flag. I salute these guys and I pat them on the back and I say Gwad with a nice strong throaty accent because, well, we few stand together and we will try and defy the odds. I also have 4 loners coming into this match, so that's going to be fun. I got a mighty blow though, and I got 2 lots of dodge, so maybe that will help me a little bit. But it's gonna be a tough match, there's no doubt about that. If I can get this piece onto a couple of skinks, maybe I got a small chance. Otherwise, it's gonna be a slog, and I'm gonna be avoiding the lizards as much as possible because they are a much more developed team than I am. And my team value is gonna see 40, 80, 160 more, so I don't even think I'm gonna get anything in inducements, to be honest. 160, so hang on, that's 12. I'm going to have 80,000 in inducements, so I can take, well, a babe, a peasant. Yeah, a babe or a peasant, they're my 2 options. May take another peasant, just to have a bench. And maybe I can manage a bit of fouling that way. Having a look at my opposition then. Docmarc and his Atletico Reptiles. He's got 1 piece out, which is slightly good news. There's 1 less Saurus and 1 less Saurus with block to worry about. That's maybe important. So we're going to have 5 skinks to kill, 3 of which have sidestep, which is pretty hard. 1 has sure feet. Is that sure feet? No, that's sprint, sorry. 1 has sprint, and the last one has diving tackle. So, yeah. At least none of them have block, so if I can get a blitzer on them, there's a good chance, well, there's a chance they're going down. We got 3 lots of block on the Saurus, and we got a break tackle block Croxagore. That's a pretty disgusting Croxagore. That one's going to be fun. Avoiding that one seems to be the answer. Just put a peasant on him every now and then. The loner peasant can stand on the Croxagore all game. That's going to be the plan there. And yeah, otherwise it's basically hoping that I manage to knock out a couple of skinks, so I can do something with it. He does have 100,000 to spend. He could spend it on something crazy like a bribe, but that doesn't seem very necessary, so chances are he's not going to spend it, to be honest. But we're going to go for 11v11 unless I do manage to buy a bench and spend my cash on another loner. That is an option. Anyway, let's see how we do with 80,000 in inducements. Good luck, Welsh guys. Good luck, Docmarc. Good luck, you watching. Here we go. Alright, here we go with the G-Man game then. Just first of all, if you can hear something in the background, it's the dishwasher. I don't have another time to do this, so I'm going to have to do it with the dishwasher going. So, if you can't hear that, I am sorry. Anyway, for the game then, Lizards, Atletico Reptiles, led by Docmarc, against myself with my Bretonians. The name of the game in this one is Don't Die, because that's been a theme in the G-Man so far. So I hope to come out with all of my pieces in 1 piece, as opposed to in pieces. So we're in Sambodromo, the stadium for Atletico Reptiles. And they are singing the Italian national anthem, which name escapes me right now. I'm really sorry, I know the name of it, but I can't bring it to mind. But that's what they're singing. But they're singing it with very long S's, of course. And my Welsh Dragons, as every week, are singing Gwad. We have 4 loner linemen, and we have Zug on our team coming to join us. We're only missing 1 positional now, which I hope to be able to replace after this game, but we, well, assuming that nothing gets killed. That's always a possibility. And if you didn't know, Zug is a Welshman. And coin flip. Coin flip, I believe, went my way, though I have to check. I'm pretty sure it went my way. I'm certain it went my way, and we did of course choose to receive. That's the wrong side. Bye bye lizards. So we've got a dodging blitzer somewhere. Dodging blitzer, Uncle Clydwin, there he is. We've got a dodging blocker in the form of Llewellyn. And we have a mighty blow blocker in the form of Caradog. Hoping to get at least one level up off the back of this game though as well. And of course we have Mighty Zug, who also has Mighty Blow. So we've got quite a lot of Mighty Blow on this team at the moment. Hopefully we can put that to good use, preferably against skinks, because it's going to have more of an effect on a skink. And this is the Mighty Blow here, because of the way he's set up I can already punch the skink in the face, so I'm going to. It's just a loner though. That's a shame. My original idea was actually to punch the Saurus, that's why I brought the two pieces back, just in case something goes wrong with the roll as well, but we got brilliant coaching, giving both of us an extra reroll. That's maybe going to help, and touchback definitely helps. Off to Uncle Clyde when it goes. Good catch. But I am going to send Tall Earl right out against the skink. Put some threat on the lizards. I'm going to play mostly reserved otherwise though, just want to punch a skink as quickly as possible. Show him that I am going to do that all match if I get the chance. So Docmarc will hopefully rearrange his setup and protect the skinks a bit more. And 2 down's not good enough, so that's a wrestle. And we give him a chance to foul. Might happen, might not, but to be honest I don't mind him fouling because I've got the 1 man extra, so if he's losing pieces through fouling, that's fine by me. I actually break the cage to make a stronger screen. Alright then, first punch is fine, doesn't really do anything. Fend saves us from being punched again. Well done, nice Tom. And old Doughball, what a name. He just gets pushed, which is really good, though Zug is all alone now. And we're going to blitz the peasant, I guess. Yeah, could use better blitzes than that, but I think a foul is coming. That's a stun. That's my 2 guys in the opposition half. Down, and 1 is about to be out, it looks like. Yeah, he's going to give up field position. He's going to give a big field position, actually, in order to foul this Mighty Blow blocker. He's obviously that scary, which is good news. So it leaves a nice big gap over here, which we're going to try and exploit. Oh, it's bad. It's a KO, that's not so bad. And it's a double. So, skink for a KO, I'll take that. He did his Mighty Blow job anyway, just through the form of a foul. Alright then, we're going to focus mostly on this side now because he's got so many pieces out of position. We're going to try and take out this Saurus first, and we're going to try and take out this Saurus as well. And that Saurus we're going to leave alone because he's well out of the way. And the skink. Eesh, reroll. That's better, but no damage done. And wrestle piece is going to have to punch the Saurus. Let's move the ball first though. Kind of committed myself to this side with that move. Kind of wish I didn't do that when I look back at it, but it's because of what happens next turn, not what happens this turn. At the moment I'm fine. But I've committed myself to this side, like I said. Come on, Zug. No, Zug doesn't do enough. Shouldn't have followed there. Had to dodge out the dodgy blocker in order to fix my mistake. Now, the problem I have here is that of course the lizards are all going to come this way, and then I don't know where to put the ball. And we're blitzing with the Crocs, which is very brave, but it works. Zug is pushed out of the way. Onto a piece that doesn't really want to have Zug next to him. But there we go. And the Crocs is in such a painfully awkward position there. Though the skinks are going to force my hand here. I'm going to take 1 more blocking against Zug, it looks like, so I was right. He doesn't want Zug next to the Saurus. God, look at all that strength. Ooh, 4 of them. Yeah, I'm going to have a real job clearing this line. I can see exactly what I should have done here, which is the opposite of what I did do. I should have gone back this way, and maybe even give it to the peasant, if possible. What I did do was much worse though, as we're about to see. Just didn't look at it closely enough, and I moved the peasant out of position anyway. I'm just keeping the peasant there as a threat. He's a very real threat. He has loner, but I mean, he can catch the ball. It's not impossible. And first Dauntless is good. Follow I'm not so sure about, but there we go. Now we'll punch a skink. The one positive is that all these pieces are locked up, so that's the one positive thing of going this way with the ball. However, really should have gone the other way, and I should have put the ball here anyway, instead of where I did put it, because there he can get easily served. Easily served. Block is not good enough against the block piece, but I think they're both block pieces. Yeah, they are, so it didn't matter which one I punched in that regard. And go, peasant, go! You take that one die block against Osaurus and stay standing. Yeah, way too easy, as you can see. So he gets a 2-die block on the Blitzer nice and easy, and this Saurus just... Ooh, and that's a stun as well. And this Saurus just runs casually, knocks off Kled. Bad play by me. Really bad play. I should have taken a longer break before this game, I think. I did play this game immediately after the Chaos Wood Elf game. Needed a longer break. Yep, surf is good. That one goes off the pitch. Bye, Kled. He'll be back. Awful scatter for me as well, because Skink could just go and pick it up right now. And run well out of the way. And the only one to chase him is Zug. Oh, and we got a second injury, well, first injury on Gwilla, man. I'm going to Apo that, because I don't want to go down a positional so early. There we go, Apo gone. It's pretty scary. On turn 3, Apo is gone, but it was the right move. Pickup is good. Runaway is good. Zug actually can't even get that. Especially if this Skink gets in the way, which he does. We're going to see a 1-0 here from the Lizards without a doubt. No way I'm stopping that now. I can send Zug that way, I'm going to send Zug that way, but it's the really last ditch attempt. On the plus side though, Mighty Blow on a Skink with a free die. It's just a push. Which is not good enough, but I'm not re-rolling on Zug. Bad idea all round. And we do avoid the prehensile tail. This piece does have dodge, but still. And the second piece doesn't manage to dodge away. Instead, he face palms. Face palms? That's what I mean. Street faces, field faces, I don't know. He falls flat on his face. And locking up the pieces to keep Skink secure, though he needs to score realistically. Because there's a dodge piece in range. And free dive from the Croxagore on Keith. Come on Keith, be a man. There we go, good man. You take that slap and you stay up. He's not had much luck with injuries yet, just the one. Maybe a KO as well or two. Yeah, actually he's had quite a lot of luck with the injuries so far, but still. Considering I'm against lizards, you expect to see more people hurt. Though these peasants are like steel at the moment. And there we go, there's the score, fair enough. He's given me plenty of time to score in this first drive though, so to at least equalise, though of course it is my drive, so him being one up on my drive is good news for him. So, one Skink off the pitch. My 2 KOs come back. That's great. Back to full roster. Alright, try for a different setup now because we want to score relatively early. Turn 4, 5 and 6 are the most important turns in the game of Blood Bowl. I'm not sure how many people really know that, but they are the key turns. That's where all the key things happen, so it's a bad time to start on 4, 5 and 6 really. And Perfect Defense is awful. And that's a really bad kick unless it scatters this way or off the pitch. There's only 3 bad scatters, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good scatters at least. But still. Don't like that ball as it is. Okay, I like it better now. That's a touchback again then. Let's get that back to Cled. There we go. Interesting, in game actually the ball was different, but now it's come back to this brown ugly ball. It's really quite fascinating. That's good enough on the skink. We're going to go out this way. I didn't play very well in the first half, and you're going to see some pretty dodgy play here. I mean, if it works then great, but if it doesn't work it's just a really bad idea. I actually had to GFI to do that, which wasn't very clever. Now we're going to punch a lizard first, that's a good idea. That's always a good idea. Always punch lizards. That's the advice of the day. And stick a peasant on the crocs, so he's not going anywhere easily. And bring up 1 more knight in defense. And this is why it's a bad time, because I'm putting everything over this side. If this goes wrong and my pass goes off the pitch and the ball lands over here somewhere, I am effed. But I'm going to do it anyway. And pass. No intercept, but inaccurate off the pitch and into the hands of the peasant. No, that's actually a pretty good scatter for me. I was lucky there, but bad idea really. That was really badly chosen and should have done something else completely there. On the plus side though, that's a difficult ball for the lizards to do anything with. So locking up the ball is obviously a good idea, and that's what he's going to use here. While also stunning Keith, which is bad news for me. Hopefully the peasant gets back up though. He doesn't even go down, that's good. Steel peasants continue. There's only 1 or 2 things I can hope for either here. Either the skink doesn't pick up the ball and it scatters my way, or he does pick up the ball and runs backwards for some reason. There are only 2 things that can help me here. And he doesn't fail to pick up. But he does run backwards. And he tries a handoff which fails. Reroll. And fails. That is good news. I've got 3 pieces free that can get to that ball, and I've got these 2 that can do some screeny work here. So, a bit of an oversight, I think, from Docmarc there. Really shouldn't have taken the ball back there. Forward was safer, I think. Where he was much safer, actually, than where it is now. Anyway. And there we go. That's what happened, so let's go get that ball. And I get a punch on a skink, which is always good news. I want as many of them as I can this game. Here we go. Oh, fail the JFI. Right, rerolling that. Need to. Need the ball. Need to be on the ball at least. And I got the ball, so perfect. And dodgy blocker gets out with a dodge. And Zug gets the punch. Good enough. Good enough. Perfect. I don't know why I'm saying good enough. Though we've locked up the crocs with Zug, which is not ideal. That bonehead is huge and very helpful for me. That means he's not going to get a good punch. Oh, and he re-rolled on the loner. Oh, that's very good. That means he's not going to get a punch on Zerg this turn. So Zerg is going to be standing in a really annoying position for Docmarc. And we've got a peasant out, which is not such a big deal now. And every single skink is in a position where I don't want them to be. But he dodges one out, thankfully, which helps me a bit, actually. If it didn't fail, it wouldn't, but failing, it was quite a hard... It was 3+3+. Yeah, not impossible, not by any stretch, but harder than it looks. Should be moving the ball, really. Before I do anything else, please move the ball. Good. I often get stressed watching myself because I think I'm doing stupid things when sometimes I do the right thing. And we punch a skink. And we lock up a skink. And we punch a skink. Oh no, that's a bush with sidestep. That's bad news. There's definitely an argument for taking the immediate score, oh, and a skull for Zug, meaning that he's KO'd, which is really bad news for me. There was of course an argument for taking the score, but my reasoning for not taking the score is that I don't want the Lizards to score again. That's all it is. They would have had 2 more turns. They would have had 2 turns to do so. And 2 turns is possible. So it's definitely risky, what I did, though the push helps me a lot. However, I stand by my decision. And he's going to try and put some skinks on me now, doing GFIs. All I need is one to go wrong, really. One skink isn't scary, I can blitz out of that. Oh, there's a failed GFI, reroll. Okay, 2 skinks I can't blitz out of, have to dodge now. And one of these has diving tackle, I think. Yes, that one has diving tackle. That's a stun and a peasant, and if we get one more skink, I'm in big trouble. His blitz is already gone, so he can't blitz at least. So I have to dodge out now anyway, so actually this doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, obviously wrestle on the block piece and dodge. Fails! No! Reroll, reroll, come on reroll, do your thing. Avoid the diving tackle as well. And he does. Very, very well done from Gwillem there. I need to give Gwillem some kind of raise. Very good work, Gwillem. Very happy with you. That was a difficult roll, but you pulled it off. Alright, one knockout comes back, but the knockout is not Zug, unfortunately. There's a team of the same, they're still down to 10 with that skink off the pitch. Going for an anti-riot. Set up again, a bit further back so the skinks and the saurs can't get there so easily. Though they can definitely get there. Let's hope for some more Dragon on Skink action in this second half. Oh, well, we got that last round of beatings first, but after the last round of beatings, let's hope for some Dragon on Skink action. Alright, first block is fine. No injured peasant. Second block is going to be painful. No injured peasant. Not doing so well on the arm breaks now. And I guess going for 1-turn touchdown here, but that's the only reason that you'd roll stumble down block, but it's not going to work anyway, so just going for the pass. No. That was weird. Weird animation there, but there we go. So that's it for the first half. 1-1 at half time, which is pretty good considering the earlier score. I'm quite happy with that. That's a great result. If I can keep it to that all game, or if I can somehow pull off a second one, that would be perfect. Though, of course, it is Lizard Drive, which is going to be hard work for me. I'm not likely to change my setup here. Docmarc, of course, is, because he had the 1-turn touchdown setup. And kick. Very sunny. Oh, well, that's an awful kick. That's an awful kick for both of us, to be honest. It's too far forward for me. And it's in a position that's very difficult for him to move from on the Lizard side. So, yeah, I don't know who that's a worse kick for, to be honest. I guess it's a worse kick for me. And bye-bye, Peasant. Good night, Old Doughball. I was really tempted to buy Old Doughball just because of his name, but it's a pretty bad reason to buy somebody, so I never did. Oh, also, last week in the rundown, bye-bye, Peasant. Last week in the rundown, Bleeding Hippie was wondering if one of the rotters was a Welsh dragon. They were not. He did kill one of my guys. He killed Hugh, I think his name was, but he didn't take him. So the new rotter was not a Welsh dragon. I can confirm that. Alright then. Put a peasant immediately back on the Croxagore. I don't want the Croxagore moving. And lock up that Saurus as well because he's further out of position. We're going to punch this Saurus because I'm just set up to do so, basically. And the rest of the guys are going to screen and stop the lizards from coming forward. We're also going to punch this skink because he's on his own and I've got the Mighty Blow piece available to punch him. That's not good enough. Come back, Caradog. Come back here. Good boy. And we're going to take punch on the Saurus because we're set up to do so. And that's good enough. And these peasants are doing something magical. I mean, they're not taking any kind of from the opponent, so yeah, gotta give it to them. They're really holding their ground. They're doing their job. I actually have an argument for only having loner peasants and not taking your own peasants. The main argument is that you don't want them to be doing things that require a reroll anyway. They're basically just there to stand on pieces. So I can actually see the value in only having loners and never ever buying peasants back. I don't know if I'm going to stick to that story, but for now, that seems like a good idea to me. The one positive of buying peasants, of course, that you can have a bench, and Bretonians kind of need a bench, but when I start off in such low TV in this setup, I don't think I'm ever going to manage a bench, to be honest. And can't see that, that's a POW. Good, means we can move these two pieces further into the screen. I'm basically hoping Docmarc will just kind of give up and go back eventually by overloading this line with a square screen. And we'll punch a skink. Punch a skink every chance you get. Oh, we broke armor. Just a stun. That means we can punch the Saurus as well by bringing back the other guy, and that's a wrestle. That's not ideal. That means I've got to fill the gap. or go back. This guy's going to fill the gap. That was his job, but he failed it. So Skink can potentially come through this way, but he's going to be on his own, most likely. That bonehead is huge. That really helps. You may want to re-roll that, but he didn't. Which is clever, but I mean, I would have seen the argument for re-rolling the bonehead there. And Docmarc is in fact retreating. That's really good news to me. That's exactly what I want him to do. Let's see where the bull goes. The bull goes back. Good. That means I can put more pressure on his line, and he's going to be stuck back there. Eventually he's going to have to commit to this side, and he's going to have to do it without the help of the Saurus. That's kind of why I'm making this lock here. As you can see, I've got a nice big arc that's stopping him from moving easily out, unless he goes through a gap on his own. I don't really want Cledwin over here either, so he's definitely moving this turn. He's going to dodge out of that tackle zone. For now though, we're keeping the defense up. And lock up the Croxigore. And punch a Skink. I'm going to move some things first. That's more sensible, okay. Move this one too. Just up to here. There we go. Now punch a Skink. Oh no, there's one back here I forgot about. There we go. Just finish off the screen. And then punch a Skink. Okay, we're punching a Skink now finally. I think I had to GFI to punch a Skink, but it worked. Skink punched. Good. That means Cledwin can get out of the way and we can do a foul. Our first foul of the match. We do have a man on the bench though, so I'd rather get rid of a Skink, to be honest. Armour broke, just a stone, and lost a peasant. Yeah, not really worth it. On the plus side though, he can't reposition that Skink, and because he's fallen back, he has to kind of come out this way. And to do so, he has to give up his defense. So, quite happy with that turn, all round. We're going for blitz. Where are we blitzing? We are blitzing the blitzer. Cledwin takes it like a man. And he does actually give up his defense. There's still a couple of pieces here, but it's not very secure putting the Skink in this area, really. This is the best place, though he has to GFI. And GFI he does. However, I can get 3 pieces on him for free this turn. And I can maybe even get one more if I risk the Dauntless, which I'm probably going to do. First of all, Peasant comes back. Now then, we're going to punch this Skink first. You can make an argument for bringing this piece in to make sure that there's not locked up, but basically I want this piece actually on the Skink if possible. And with the KO, it is indeed possible. And the KO is good. I want to see less Skinks on the pitch. Now, this piece is the only piece that can come anywhere useful over here. It's probably going to have to dodge its way out, unless I'm stupid enough to block with the Peasant, but I hope I'm not. But we are going to take the Dauntless on. We didn't even need it because we got 3 pieces. I used him in support, I see. I could have actually brought him over as well, but there we go. This piece is actually going to come over and lock up the Saurus. Now this one dodges and fails. I'm going to re-roll that one, I think. Oh, I can't, he's got dodge. No, I chose not to re-roll, really? Okay, that's interesting. I've only got 3 pieces there, no big deal. The majority of the Blizzard team is out of position, and the Skink is very much on his own here. Even if we do pull the Saurus in defense, I can still get a 2-die on the Skink quite easily. So Skink has to dodge out, that's for certain. But before Skink dodges out, we need to do some damage control. And if he fails, that's going to be really bad for him. Oh, we're dodging out the other Skink first. That is interesting. Here we go. Doesn't fail. It gets well out of the way. This piece can still get there with 2 GFIs though. And we're still punching these peasants and they're still getting right back up. I am enjoying these peasants this match. And he stops the piece from coming this way, which is fair play, but I'm going to be using this piece, and here's my support. And we've got 2 more in support here. Lots of free spaces here, so the peasant's probably going to come in support on the source, because I'm less worried about losing him. Yes, he does. They both come in support, so I can use the wrestler and he can get out for free. He has the 2 GFI to get onto the skink, but he can get there. That's good enough. We succeed. We had 2 rerolls. I'm going to use it. I have to use it. I was going to say I would have used it. And I think that was a 2 power. It was. Oh, that's an injury. That is really good. Man of the match. Though the bull scattered in an unfavourable position, and I don't think I can get there. And we stunned a Saurus as well. Wow. Well done, Caradog. A mighty blow is paying off already. Yeah, we failed the dodge with a prehensile tail. We can't re-roll it, so ball is in this awkward position. Can get there with the skink, can actually score with the skink. That's the best option as well. Out with the skink, pick up, but he just used his reroll. Probably should have done that before you blocked him, to be honest. Because you want the reroll for the pickup, realistically. Oh, we even went for a break tackle block. God, that was brave. And he does in fact fail the pickup. That would have been 2-1. That would have been a very decent 2-1, though I would have argued that just doing it straight away would have been much better. Because now you're not in a very good position, to be honest. I can block that piece with a 2 dice, and I can take the ball. And that's what I'm going to do. Though, let's do some safety first. Always wear a seatbelt, all that kind of thing, you know. And there we go. That's perfect. Oh, and another injury. Aaron really is man of the match in this one. He's just knocked out 2 skinks in 2 turns. Unlucky Docmarc. That was quite hard, actually. And let's punch this last skink. Hopefully we'll knock him out too. We might well do. And we do. He's gone. That's really bad news for the lizards. That's the last skink. And I now have the numbers as well. Failed the Dauntless, but I don't need it. Bringing up the peasant, who is coming to lock up the Saurus. And I'm going to take the 1 die, which is also good, against this Saurus. It just gives me a chance to get away with the ball. I mean, I'm a bit worried about break tackle, of course. He's been using it unrelentlessly, and he's been using it relentlessly, sorry. He does have to double GFI to get there, though. But if that fails, that means the blitzer here runs up the line, handoff or passer, bonehead. Reroll, and it works. And break tackle works, and 2 GFIs work. Wow. Crocs is man of the match as well then. So we got man of the match Crocs and man of the match the blitzer who currently has the ball, who is now KO'd. If he caught it, that would have been something special, but thankfully for me he didn't. And it's Lizard's time to take their 1 die. That's pretty bad news for him. I got 2 free pieces that can get right onto the Crocs now. 3 free pieces actually. I just need to put this lizard down. Well, I've actually gone for the man in the end zone first. Now we do take the 1 die. The push is good enough. It gives me the chance to get the blocker and the blitzer onto the Saurus, onto the Crocs, sorry, which is what I need. And I just need him off the ball. I don't even need to necessarily hurt him. So push is good enough here. 2 down is not. Skull 2 down into skull 2 down. Fair enough. Can't argue with that. And fail the dodge, which is fair. I've been getting away with quite a lot, so that's fair. Double GFI onto the receiver. And this is the lizard last turn. The only piece that can score is this Saurus. And he needs to be passed to in order to score, or at least handed off to, which it would involve a dodge or some crazy play from the Crocs. But no, he's going to be sensible and focus on stopping me from scoring. That's fair enough. I'm going to give it my best shot to score though. It's not impossible. It's very hard though. And reroll the bonehead again. And push is not good enough. There's no easy way to do this. There are some difficult ways to do this, and I'm going to have to take a difficult way. I don't really have a choice. One die. Push, which is not good enough. One die onto the ball with a push, which is not good enough. And ball scatter is the worst it can be. Good. So we're going to try something really crazy at the end, because this peasant we don't care about. We're going to just try and get the ball. Because why not? And of course it fails. Of course it fails. It would have been too much if it didn't fail. But don't care about the peasants, so not a big deal. So 1-1. Good game, Docmarc. That was a lot of fun. It was tense. We had some nice talk, and can't complain at all. Very good game. MVP got to Asaurus, and he actually leveled up off of it. And MVP went to my Mighty Blow blocker, which put in 1 touchdown in range of his next level. 1 touchdown, 15 armor breaks, and an expulsion for the Lizards. 1 touchdown, 8 armor breaks, and an expulsion for the Bretonians. And we look at SPP, then we've got 10 against 12. The Lizards did get a level up. Let's just have a look at that first. Let's have a look at the opponent before we have a look at my own team. He has actually done it as well. He's been given Mighty Blow. Good. Good. These Lizards are getting a little bit scarier. I'm glad they're gone now. I'm glad they're behind me, and most of all, I'm glad I drew with them. That was a very good result for the Bretonians, to be honest. And we are going to take the last blocker now. Last blocker. That's not the right face. Let's take the right face. There it is. This is Dowie. I don't do the second, etc. on my people usually. I just give them the same name. And we got 2 level ups on blitzers, which is great. Really great. Let's start with Willem. Normal, that's dodge. Not even going to look at any other option, that is dodge. Need more dodge in the team. No, don't put him on the market. Almost. And then me. And don't fire, we did that too. Double 3. Pretty sure that's Mighty Blow, but let's have a look at my options. Guard. No, the way I play them, guard won't really help me at the moment. This is all normal rolls, that's Mighty Blow. 2 lots of Mighty Blow on the team then, a blocker and a blitzer. It's better on the blitzer, of course. And there we go then, team of 8. So we've got 3 loner linemen. We've still got 2 team rerolls. We need another reroll realistically. We need to put a leader on the team at some point as well. But otherwise, that's it. So, well played, Docmarc. Thank you very much. And to everybody watching, this is going to be my last video for a week because I'm going on holiday now. So, thank you for rolling Gman early so we could get this game in. I appreciate that. And also, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all next week. Bye bye for now.